started in the industry as a property inspector. I needed some extra cash and I said, why not? I somehow found my way into the actual nitty-gritty of property management, and we started this business pretty much from the ground up and just took off and ran with it. We've been doing ELP Rentals for three and a half years. We've hit 200 and it's become a ceiling for us. I was full with all these other problems. Like every day I'd walk in and I felt like a fireman and not a property manager. I was putting fires out. We were looking at marketing companies. All of a sudden, Jason pops up. And I'm looking at this video and I'm like, how does this company exist? And I never knew about it. We set up an appointment. And so after that first call, I was like, take my money. I was just ready to get started. When I got on it, I was super excited. And as I started watching the training videos, it got me more excited. And like I said, when I first spoke to Jason said, look, for starters, you got to get rid of some properties. Look at the properties that are giving you problems and realize that you could do so much more with that time. I was the type of person that said, I got to answer every single phone call. I did a time study based off the training, and I discovered that 90% of my time goes into calls that are not generating me money, calls that are not generating me more properties. They're just calls that are taking up my time. And again, you don't know these things until someone like you guys comes around and says, hey, there's a better way of doing things. We're in an industry where it's a thankless industry, where the reality is nobody calls me to say good job. You know, a lot of times in this industry, you do feel like a poser. You feel like you're not a real property manager. And so even though you have top of the line software, even though you rent the properties quickly, you still have that imposter syndrome. Property management's tough. It's a tough industry all around. But the training videos that you go through and then just the weekly meetings, you're always gonna learn something. You realize you're not the only one. Other people are going through the same struggles. And more than anything, I feel like I get connected to like an outlet and just get like the current of juice and power that I need to keep going. When I started making the phone calls, I was actually getting in contact with people that were truly interested in it. Those scripts, the way they're structured, I would do it line by line. I'd end up scheduling appointments. I'd end up getting realtor referral partners and somehow getting in contact with clients that were warm leads. I mean, I didn't even have to try. And so it worked. The scripts work. The doors right now, if anything, 12, 13. But if there's something that I picked up without expecting it, it was personal growth. It's in the name, DoorGrow. You're gonna grow indoors, but you never expect it to actually have personal growth. These months that I've been with you all, that's what I've got. I've learned that I need to better myself, and by bettering myself, I better my relationship with my employees, I better my relationship with my clients, but then I realized that somehow I'm bettering my relationship with my wife, or I'm bettering my relationship with my kids. I'm looking at things differently now. If I can better myself, I can better my business. And there's nothing greater than that feeling than knowing that both those machines are working at 100%. The reality is I love to win. There's no greater feeling than winning, than knowing that my client said, hey, this was a great year. Like, you guys did an awesome job. That's a win. That's a personal win. And I honestly wouldn't have discovered that without you guys. I know this works. I have a goal of gaining 100 doors. If I just put the pedal to the metal and I do what you guys are telling us to do, I know that we'll obtain it. Like what I've learned in this small time, I can tell you that it's going to benefit me for a lifetime.